Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 1v1 on Salt. Between the blue player on the left side, it is SkyMeMo in the Black Ops Striker. I have been told this is a potential and likely Smurf, which is always fun. And the red player on the right side, it is Br0mania in the Black Ops Saucer. Br0mania, a well-known Smurf of Attila. Or so everyone is aware or thinks. Doesn't look like Br0mania is moving. While SkyMeMo has basically already started, basically being ready to shoot the initial T-45. 19 seconds left in pregame. Salt's such an... Dude, has Salt changed since the first time ever? I think so? Yeah, I mean, they added a bunch of props, I think. But like after I think the first initial set of changes, which was early in Salt's life, I don't think Salt has undergone any changes since, minor or major. Maybe bug fix changes, but that's about it. Br0mania as the Saucer, one of my favorite mechs, potentially my favorite mech of all time, because that's what I mained the majority of my AirMech career. With the abducts, so Saucer already paying dividends. SkyMeMo realizes what Br0mania is trying to accomplish here, but I mean, lots of options for Br0mania in this early game due to that abduct that saves the Dillos, puts them on the high ground. SkyMeMo taking a little bit of damage there. No AA out for Br0mania, but that is pretty expected at this point because it is, especially since it's a 1v1, it's not super difficult to defend against, single mech harassing. Bucky's at the top for SkyMeMo, gonna try to delay Br0mania as much as possible. One Dillo with low health, and SkyMeMo does snipe it out away, and first kill of the game, first unit kill of the game on an enemy unit, but Br0mania now gonna just get free Longhorns. Will he be able to get it? Yes, with the blink, gonna be able to abduct and retreat. 19 to 12 upkeep on the field for Br0mania, a decent lead, 10 to 15 units. So Br0mania well ahead, probably largely due to that abduct, but already kills one Bucky. Does detect the Bucky, the Bucky presence at the top. Kills 3 out of the 4 Buckies, but that SkyMeMo had up there, so that's pretty substantial. Br0mania now going with the heavy mines. SkyMeMo with a couple of supplementary units there with the tanks and the ratchet. Bucky still under fire. SkyMeMo trying to body block. No AA again. I mean, a single seeker or even a stinger, which is a lot cheaper, is pretty decent because generally mechs can't really dodge that unless they're flying by. Br0mania grabbing the box is only up for like 5 seconds before that, so great flyby there by Br0mania. 2 heavy mines down on the bottom path. Now Br0mania gonna be pushing to the top mid. Does have, okay, I was about to say, gonna go for a, oh man, Br0mania abducting SkyMeMo's fresh heavy mines. Will he be able to get it? Yes, able to abduct it before the arm, but this heavy mine does arm. Oh no, does Br0mania see that? Does he realize that there's one there? Oh, maybe he did see it previously. No. The Dillo does set it off, but doesn't actually get killed by it, as it kind of escaped it and only got hit by the edges of the splash damage. Does not actually get finished off. So that's kind of crazy, because usually heavy mines kill Longhorns. So Br0mania actually well ahead, 20 to 30, 150% of the upkeep, and SkyMeMo with even more heavy mines down. So in terms of heavy mines on the field, it's probably roughly even. 2 down here for Br0mania, 2 up here, 3 up here for Sky, 1 over here for Sky, 1 over here, or for Br0mania, and 1 over here for Br0mania. Br0mania did not move this one, so it's kind of a strange choice there. Oh, and 1 over here. So heavy mines all around. This is Salt. There aren't a ton of paths, and even if there are pushes in lanes that you were not preempting with heavy mines, you can always move them fairly quickly because lanes are very, very close to each other on Salt. That is, as it is, most likely best suited for 1v1, in my opinion. A lot of people like it for 2v2 or even 3v3, but those are styles of AirMech that I don't really enjoy or support as primary styles of gameplay. Don't really. Box up, SkyMeMo gonna be grabbing it right at the 4-minute mark. I think it's unpick-upable? Is that a term? Well, you cannot pick it up for the first like few seconds of its presence for some strange reason. I believe that falls under bug or oversight or something like that. Either way, it doesn't make sense for that to happen, so I personally would classify that as a bug and not a lack of feature. But tons of artillery up for SkyMeMo. The freaking turtle getting dropped in front, so it will absorb all the damage, and it will basically prevent that artillery from doing anything substantial. With this positioning here, it doesn't really matter. You don't really need, you know, a great spread here. All of Br0mania's units are back here, so the turtle way up in front, and the two patchers freaking healing it. You know, SkyMeMo's not really going to be able to get anything done. Okay, this artillery is actually not in... The turtle's not in the range of this artillery, so this one will start firing over here in this clump, but it's only a single one. Doesn't look like anyone's prepping for a bottom push of any kind. Oh my god, a turtle is moving, and that is hilarious. Br0mania now going to start moving his forces up, but again, the turtle here for SkyMeMo, the closest unit, unfortunately for both players, is a turtle, and this... Oh my gosh. Are we gonna literally have turtle war here? They're gonna have a turtle... They're gonna war with turtles and turtle. They're gonna turtle using turtles. I'm saying the word turtle too much, but either way, that's what's basically happening right now. Br0mania abducting some of the units at mid. I'm a little surprised he didn't do that earlier. But I guess there's a lot going on right now. About 15 seconds till another box spawn. This war is just gonna... They're just super concentrating on mid right now. Two turtles up for Br0mania, and Br0mania now just gonna be grabbing tons and tons of free neutrals at mid. But does Br0mania have whoppers? Yes, Br0mania brought whoppers. SkyMeMo also brought whoppers. I mean, it's salt, for God's sake. And so we're gonna have a crazy trench warfare here. I'm a little bit interested to see how wide this gets spread. 3-4 patchers and a honeypot over here for Br0mania, and this turtle is at half health, so that's kind of crazy. Was something set? I just heard the... Okay, yeah. Br0mania did do a follow move for these units, and now just going to start concentrating all the units at top. Honestly, like dramatically outnumbering SkyMeMo's units over here, so could push in, but there's tons of heavy mines over here, and really, what avenue do you have to clear those besides sending like a small zipper wave or something like that? And it's very difficult to even get that accomplished. You know, they're going to get shot down as they're moving. The, what was that? Was that a patcher or something? Oh gosh. Okay, Br0mania is moving in, but there's so many heavy mines. Losing tanks left and right here. But gonna, I guess, create a better spread or something like that? Bringing infantry up as if to, you know, momentarily take the outpost, which is not really going to happen. Butcher's getting dropped by SkyMeMo. Those are going to clean house over here. There's a lot of dillos, or not a lot of dillos, but one or two scattered dillos, so the few dillos are going to get cleaned up by the Butcher. The Butchers are actually attacking the T-45. Not a great drop there by SkyMeMo, but moving up with the Busters, Br0mania... okay, does he have Death Ray at all? No, 3 abduct, 1 blink, whereas SkyMeMo has all into Afterburner, saving those points most likely. 4 missiles. The grinder actually doing work. The upkeep has evened out. It is 45 to 43. All of those abducts have been evened out. SkyMeMo has made up a lot of ground, partially by heavy mines and partially by the Butcher drops, but a lot of credits have been efficiently used by SkyMeMo. Those Butcher drops were crazy good, and now not even going to sell the lockbox immediately. Going to socket it for more interest, which is insanity. Grinder drops being super OP right now. Br0mania forced to pull, not pull back, but shift down to the low ground. Going to be low on health there, but does blink away before getting finished off. But all the units at the top have either been retreated or moved down, or not retreated or finished off by those grinders, and those grinders doing tons of work. Going to go down to the low ground, causing Br0mania a lot of trouble. Br0mania needs to really address those grinders. Maybe wants to try to abduct, but he's only level 5, and I think level 6 is the grinder level, right? Not sure, not 100% sure about that, but, you know, abducting would cause a lot of trouble for SkyMeMo, but now Br0mania moving in. Wow, but outnumbered here, does not have Death Ray, not going to be able to support it super well. Did he get, no, level 5, so not able to get the ultimate ability. Level 6 is this right here. Unit teleport? Okay, I'm not really sure why it was on cooldown. Okay, now just got it. Just got it, level 6. Has not put points into it yet, though. And now SkyMeMo going to try to neutralize this outpost, continually pouring on pressure over here. It's 39 to 33, so slight lead over here for SkyMeMo. SkyMeMo getting caught in the act by Br0mania, just chooses to pull back and retreat. But SkyMeMo going to have firm control in mid. Now it's going to be an uphill battle for Br0mania to try to make a little bit of ground here. SkyMeMo just trying to drop and snipe a few units, not really going to be able to get away with it. Br0mania able to defend. Whopper. Let's see. Whopper. So 2 Whoppers down for Br0mania. I would imagine none yet for SkyMeMo. I'm not really sure why Br0mania had some Whoppers down. I guess at the time when it was higher upkeep count for him, he did need it. But okay, a goalie already out for SkyMeMo at level 7. Butcher drops at the artillery. Gonna do a lot of work. These artillery are completely undefended and there's no mech to defend here. Will he be able to get the last artillery? No, but the Butchers do their job. 2 Archies is a lot to lose. And Br0mania gonna be making up a little bit of the upkeep difference there. Butcher's so strong. Might need a look in terms of balance pass. Maybe lower armor or something like that. So anti-infantry is more effective because that is crazy strong. But actually Br0mania making a lot of headway here with this leapfrog up by SkyMeMo. SkyMeMo losing a couple units. The grinder did get pulled back, almost got finished off there. A lot of red dots around the map, but those are all heavy mines, so SkyMeMo doesn't really need to worry about it. But now Br0mania making a kind of a comeback here. Artillery firing away, lots of units getting killed. Ratchet gets finished off. SkyMeMo losing everything he had on the bridge there. That was a little bit overextended right there, that attack. A little bit overly aggressive. And now Br0mania going to be able to... No, almost sniping the artillery, the Archie. I'm still a little bit disappointed to not see one single point into death rate. I love seeing balanced mech play because that indicates that the utility for each... Or not balanced mech play, balanced mech abilities, because the utility for each ability is worth dropping a point into. And I've always believed that is the case for Saucer, because the utility for, you know, a lot of these abilities, because they're all activated, a bit like active, you know, choose to use abilities, not passive, not just makes your gun stronger like Warthog, stuff like that. Yeah, they all have their uses for sure. And the Turtle's actually about to get finished off by the Dillo. SkyMeMo saves it just in time, but now at an upkeep disadvantage. Once again, 37 to 41. The box has been spawned. SkyMeMo going to be selling that initial one. Lots of credits in the bank there. Probably going to queue up some more goalies with that money, I would imagine. And now going to move up forward a little bit more. Buster pretty low on health. SkyMeMo does bring it back. And Br0mania now going to set up another artillery line. Lots of goalies in front for SkyMeMo. I don't see any goalies out for Br0mania. So this is going to be a very uphill battle if he does not start to pump out those late game high health dense tanks. It's going to be very difficult for him to compete against an army of Goliaths. Unless SkyMeMo, you know... Okay, loses a Goliath there. I think that was a Goliath right there. Yeah, SkyMeMo not be... I mean, these 4 Busters up here with 2 Patchers to heal. Actually doing a lot of work, and I think they were in great position, outranging the Goliaths by 2, and in that situation, probably barely outranging the Goliaths. I think 17 attack range versus the 18 of a standard tank and 19 of Buster. I believe those are still the stats. Now Br0mania does sell off Dillos for goalies, so we are going to transition fully into late game. I would expect to see Berthas if either... Okay, Br0mania did bring Berthas, and Berthas on SkyMeMo's side too, if those loadout readouts, wow, what a phrase. If those loadout readouts are accurate, but first Bertha out on the field for Br0mania. I would again expect to see sell-off of lower tier units and, you know, creation of more higher tier units, or late game rather. But let's face it, higher tier is accurate. Higher tier is an accurate term to describe what they are. Br0mania could shift these busters up just a little bit, and they probably would be within range of the goalie and the Bertha over here. One archer goes down from Br0mania, but the Bertha just raining down. I would like to see another one out for Br0mania. That would be pretty cool. It would do a lot of work. Some Dillos out over here for Br0mania still, and he could sell those off. But SkyMeMo now with 3 Berthas on the field. Yes, 3 Berthas. That will do a lot of damage. That will do a lot of work. And as you can see, these busters here have been damaged a decent amount. The Patchers do get killed, so the busters are going to get killed pretty quick. Actually, all 3 Berthas are firing into this buster line, and those busters are going to get killed pretty quick. SkyMeMo forced to pull back, but in the interim, in the meantime, he has been able to finish off 2 or 3 of the 4 busters. Only 1 left for Br0mania. And yeah, I would expect to see goalies and potentially more grinders out for both players. It looks like they have pretty mirror loadouts, as each player is very aware of the meta at this point. And yeah, that's just what's gonna happen here. 15 minutes into the game, we do have level 4 creeps spawning. 45-ish seconds till the next box. But I would just expect to see goalies like crazy. Even, you know, not busters, just goalies are just so strong. You could do a mix, though, because of the range of the buster, and the busters still do an extremely high amount of damage against a goalie. So Bertha getting placed down here. These Dillos are just fish food to that Bertha. No abduct attempt by Br0mania, but it does make sense. It would be a cool thing to see abduct attempts due to like fort drop distractions. But Bertha's firing down. 2 Berthas now here. Probably going to eventually neutralize this outpost. Br0mania kind of clears the top of all of his units. Not going to be very strong if SkyMeMo decides to move out, but only has 2 gaddies, a single goalie, a buster, a ratchet. Not really many mobile units to move out there, so I guess that is a calculated risk, a decision made by Br0mania, realizing does not need that defense at the top, just needs to appropriately respond to any leapfrogging that SkyMeMo chooses to do. And as long as you catch it, you should be okay. But all the action has shifted down to the bottom for some reason. Well, I guess the reason is because SkyMeMo tried to make that shift, realizing a weak spot in Br0mania, and Br0mania did respond. Whoppers going, more Whoppers coming out for Br0mania. 56 out of 60. 50 out of 59 for SkyMeMo, so I would expect some Whoppers to come out for SkyMeMo as well. I'm assuming SkyMeMo grabbed the box there. Oh, there we go. That's what I was just saying. So a couple of infantry drops here. Will Br0mania try to do any abducts here? No, just gonna shift up a little bit. Gonna try to kill some buckies. Nope. Did not get anything killed, I think. But because that it was a cooldown ability that he used to do those fort drops, that was a 100% free fort drop. Could have also used for level 4 creeps, honestly, and that would have been better than the 2 level 4 and 2 level 3 creeps that are spawned by the what is it called? Unit teleport ability. Oh, that's what it used to be called. They never changed it. When it actually teleported a unit from your build queue to your cargo. So that's something. People used to do double goalie drops with a saucer. That was awesome. Those were the days. But now SkyMeMo actually losing some ground here. Br0mania pushing out. Actually able to kill a decent amount of units. This Bertha over here doing some work. I think these are mostly buckies. But now Br0mania going to try to drop and kill whatever he can. No death ray, huh? Yep. No death ray. I mean, I'm not saying it's better than certain. I mean, but just to have that option is just nice. Just nice, in my opinion. Goalie's in range of that turtle, but SkyMeMo going to distract with mech jumping. Distracting with mech jumping is a thing, as you can clearly see. But the level 4 creeps working their way up here. Oh, but the Ratchets are going to heal it up. So that is a fine defense there by SkyMeMo. Level 4 creeps can be quite a nuisance. And Br0mania actually keeping this outpost under his control with 3 Berthas firing in, using all those level 4 creeps that are spawning. And unit teleport, I think, I would imagine. But Br0mania now losing a lot of units, a lot of ground here. Gonna go for a cheese. Gonna go for a cheese at the... Oh, no. They're gonna just try to neutralize mid. Ah, did a double full cargo creep drop using creeps in his cargo that he picked up, and then unit teleport spawned creeps. Actually grabs the outpost under his control. Does he have anything in build queue? Probably not. I would imagine not. Just has some whoppers. So not gonna be able to do anything with that. Not even abducting units. Goes right back down to neutral. Is just a little bit of a nuisance for SkyMeMo. Now SkyMeMo just gonna go back to attacking this bottom outpost here, but the bottom outpost is well fortified. There's actually quite a lot of Dillos left, which is a little bit weird to see. I would expect him to either use those Dillos, do some fort drops or some, outpost neutralization, or just trade them out for, goalies or Berthas or late game units, any other late game units. Gorgons. Do they have Gorgons? I don't know. But level 9 versus level 10 box spawn at 20 minutes. This is the first 20+ minute game that I've cast in a very long time. And it does look like Br0mania is not going to be super successful in this exchange. Again, the whole double full cargo creep drop there, but goes right back down with all the gaddies there. Nothing in cargo to really support, or not in build queue to really support that. Will the goalie be finished off by the Buster and the Dillo? No, but lots of artillery pounding down here for SkyMeMo. Keeping the outpost neutral, which is a huge inconvenience and disadvantage for Br0mania, not going to be able to have that outpost to heal up and to, draw units from, obviously. One more creep just needs to walk into that top area for SkyMeMo. But now it is 63-52, so, Br0mania is actually still ahead in upkeep, but way behind in position. Like, SkyMeMo's positioning right now is top-notch, and holding ground with those goalies. Probably one healing unit would do a lot of good, and the goalie actually almost getting killed. Oh, retreating it right before the Bertha shot. That Bertha shot might not have finished it off, but if it hit it with a direct hit, it might have, I think. But nice coverage here by SkyMeMo. Ugh, this thing was pretty low. Yeesh. But, yeah. Needs to, Needs to... Oh! Marker going down. Br0mania has a silo, I would imagine. Okay, all the way in the back. SkyMeMo definitely sees that. Does he not? Does he not? Oh, Br0mania moving the marker, and SkyMeMo forced to move the goalies. But it does not kill a full health goalie. Playing hopscotch here. And Br0mania needs to do some sort of distract if he actually wants this nuke to successfully, land. I wonder if you could do 2 markers, and will both of them flash? Probably not. I was thinking about using 2 markers to fake out the enemy. But either way, it is actually forcing SkyMeMo to reposition his units like crazy, so Br0mania might be able to use this to his advantage. Nope. Nope. And dud. Nothing. No hit. You have not sunk the battleship, sir. Just playing tank checkers at this point. Oh my god, the creeps walked down the staircase. That is awesome. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know why that's really that relevant here. I guess they do normally. If you have mid, this is where the creeps are gonna go. To the next outpost here. Down the stairs. That's hilarious. I guess I've never noticed that. Most people probably have, but yeah. Now Br0mania again just dropping the marker with no distraction, no alternate simultaneous, attack or motivation for the enemy to do something different. Abduct right there. It could have abducted, potentially. Oh, but this is actually going to do a decent amount. Those ratchets are within range, I think. Oh, 3 ratchets for the price of 1 marker. I forget exactly how much a ratchet is. Something like 3,600, something like that. So it's not... I think he probably came out on top there. I mean, obviously that first marker did nothing. So overall, he's at a net loss. But, whatever. It's not, you know, right now they're sitting on tons of money, so it's all about upkeep space right now. So if you could force him to, you know, lose more. 56 to 64 right now, so it's actually hilarious how SkyMeMo is, like, at a clear advantage positionally, but way behind in upkeep. So, yeah. Box up here has been up for like 20 seconds, and no one has grabbed it or, like, really even attempted to, because no one really needs the cash. And finally, a kill in this game. SkyMeMo catching Br0mania, probably with missiles. I didn't actually see that, but yes. Level 4 missiles and level 4 afterburners. Oh my god. But at level 12, dumped all his points in afterburners and missiles. And now creeping his way up with exclusively Goliaths. And now going to force SkyMeMo to spread out, but doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter at this point. Br0mania is slowly going down, or, you know, losing ground, going down in the game overall, I guess. And oh, is that even out of range? I don't think it is. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, decent amount lost by SkyMeMo. So Br0mania, even though no distract, zero distract, actually was able to force SkyMeMo back and takes the outpost back. Does SkyMeMo have Devastators? Because Br0mania does right here. And that might be the deciding factor of this game. This is very strongly reminding me of a classic game between Rex and Polar Bears. An extremely long, an extremely even game, but I believe in that situation Polar Bears had Devastators and Rex did not. So I don't think Rex could do anything goalie versus Devastator at the end of the, what, 40-minute game or 38-minute game or whatever it was. And we might see a repeat of that. This might come down to the ultra late game. Nukes and Devastator seem to be in Br0mania's loadout, but it doesn't look like SkyMeMo has either. Goalies and Berthas, yes. I'm gonna drop a couple butchers, gonna kill the silo, but Br0mania has plenty of cash, could easily rebuild, and probably just did. But the Whoppers, annoying. Oh my god, awesome. Put them on the corner. Oh, but the Butcher's able to kill. The Butcher's able to kill. Wow, I did not realize that Butchers could kill Whoppers on the corner. Hilarious. I would imagine they should not be able to do that, but game logic apparently. Now SkyMeMo needs to move out of the range of this marker again. This is pretty huge. Br0mania totally aware of what map he was on. So SkyMeMo frantically trying to move out. I don't know what killed those Butchers, but maybe it was Br0mania. I didn't get to check. You guys can rewind and see if he was, look at the mini-map and see if he was there. Oh gosh, Br0mania is selling off. I think he's converting to Devastators. Devastators and Nukes would be massive. Br0mania getting killed one more time, and SkyMeMo able to move the majority of his units out of range. Goalie's taking a little bit of damage. Only one Ratchet out on the field for SkyMeMo over here at the front lines, but I guess that's all he really needs. Butcher's dropping to try to neutralize here, but I think he's probably better off just massing up the Berthas and doing that. But actually does get a neutralization, but the, you know, the Butcher, wow, what's wrong with me? Buster Butcher. The Butchers not gonna try to take the outpost, because they just try to kill units before taking outposts. Which is probably the preferred behavior of a Butcher, not gonna lie. But I am anxious to see if Br0mania does go with the Devastator change-up. And I mean, he's gotta, I would think. Doesn't need to spend money on these nukes anymore. I mean, as of right now, I would say it's probably a better choice to save up, start converting to Devastators, holding the front lines as best as you can, dragging the game out as long as you can, with the expectation that the enemy does not have it in their, you know, Devastators in their loadout, because if they do, then it's kind of GG, honestly, at this point. Like, even though SkyMeMo is, like, has not had great success with this approach. Actually, just didn't even realize 71 to 57. So SkyMeMo just crazy goalie spamming right now. I think goalie's 4 upkeep and Devastator's 5. Oh, that did a decent amount of damage. That did a decent amount of damage. Almost killed the goalie. SkyMeMo barely saving it. But Br0mania could be able to get a finish off the goalie. Oh my god. And SkyMeMo really low health. SkyMeMo might be finished off here. No, Br0mania does not go with the chase. But now the goalies are going to face off. Okay. SkyMeMo does retreat it. But now the goalie's moving back into the outpost. This is quite a crazy exchange. Back and forth. Br0mania and SkyMeMo. Socketing the Bertha. Another nuke coming out. This is a lot of nuke fire. And it's, you know, I mean, yeah. Gonna just keep shifting it and forcing SkyMeMo. He might force SkyMeMo to pull out of this area completely. Just continually shifting the nuke marker. It is coming down, does not kill anything relevant, just kills a couple creeps. Did the goalie? No, the goalie did not die. Okay, I was about to say. But that cloud of smoke did trip me up there. No shift of focus to mid at all. I would think that it might be in Br0mania's best interest to try to cheese it under his nose, something like that, but he does not have the space and upkeep to actually accomplish that. Full socketed Whoppers, okay, here, but not at the back. He needs to rebuild his Whoppers, I think, if he wants to do anything with it, with, you know, with his army. But, continually spending money on missiles, he is going to have a difficult time building up his army. He needs to actually come out with net positive trade-offs with these marker, you know, with these missile marker builds, spending money on that, and he needs to kill at least a goalie, if not more than that, because he has had a good amount of duds, and he is significantly behind. Well, not significantly, but very relevantly behind on in income, because he does not have the middle outpost, and SkyMeMo does. So definitely has a lot of work to do. We're at 31 minutes in this game. Another neutralization due to the Berthas. 3 Berthas pointing in for SkyMeMo. And maybe Br0mania is saving this up to push top. Not sure. No Devastators made by Br0mania yet. Continually making goalies. And, I mean, I get it. It's a more versatile option. But, I mean, unless you are really, really willing to continue this war of, it's kind of a war of attrition, but it's really a straight up micro fight right now. And Br0mania, oh my god, almost getting finished off there, but does not. Barely blinking away, but he's actually pretty low on health, but pinning down SkyMeMo, who does Q heal. That was weird. Z heal. I wonder if Z heal could be a thing in the future. But Br0mania making another marker, forcing SkyMeMo to move the units away. The butchers are down and attacking. Oh, another more butchers being created and dropping. So yeah, 4 butchers I think does it. I think that's all you actually need. Oh no, markers going, missiles getting fired. The butchers get finished off, and no. The butchers, did the butchers kill the marker? And even though the missile dropped, it did nothing because the marker wasn't alive? Is that what happened just now? I'm very confused. The butchers didn't die. Nukes definitely kill a butcher, damage-wise. So, I am very confused as to what just happened. 33 minutes. This game is going to ultra-epic lengths right now. These props can actually block artillery fire. I don't know if you noticed earlier, but there was the Bertha that he put on that socket. Okay, Br0mania did push out. Okay, I completely missed that, and I apologize, but Br0mania had taken the top outpost while I distracted myself talking about props and complaining about props. SkyMeMo trying to get neutralization, but I highly doubt Br0mania is going to allow that to happen. Neutralization, yes, but tons of creeps, tons of goalies. The butchers are not going to be able to do anything against the goalies. Do we need a late game version of the butcher? But in the meantime, SkyMeMo able to creep up and completely clear this outpost. Br0mania forced to move all of his units back. The marker getting thrown down there. SkyMeMo does see it. Probably going to start shifting the units up. Will Br0mania relocate this marker? I mean, he needs to. Okay, nope, missiles going down. Not going to be able to get anything done. The ratchet will probably die. Yep, but that's it. That's definitely not a positive trade for Br0mania. But Br0mania has top. Grabs box 1. Grabs box 2. Might want to start pumping out some faster units. Lots of heavy mines going down for SkyMeMo. Does not want all those goalies to push out and take his top outpost. Top left outpost. Butcher, not Butcher. Bertha getting finished off. There are too many units in this game that start with the same letter. Freaking Jackal Joker. Grinder, Goliath. Bertha, Butcher, Buster. It's just madness. I know there's only 26 letters in the alphabet, but come on. Br0mania might want to just move out, honestly. I mean, that's an ass ton of heavy mines. I mean, it's obviously he doesn't know. The nuke going there. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Might want to relocate. And SkyMeMo does not have the time or the attention to be able to shift his goalies away. Will this work? Oh my god! Will this work? Br0mania shifting again. Lots of red units are dead, but SkyMeMo able to shift most of his goalies away. Gonna be taking splash damage, but one gets killed. That's about it. SkyMeMo comes out on top. Br0mania with the ultra clutch but not successful nuke drops. Br0mania now gonna push down to the bottom outpost. The butchers getting dropped, killing the silo. Br0mania has one goalie protecting his base, his main fort. Those goalies are very slow, but they are not going that top route. Br0mania gonna send them down to the bottom. Butchers doing a little bit of work. Creeps doing a little bit of work as well. Br0mania spots a low health. I think that was a goalie. Gets it killed, but now Br0mania pulling back. Gonna start to heal up his units. SkyMeMo has the entire map but mid. Br0mania only has mid. I have never ever seen a player only have mid on Salt, or only have mid on any map, honestly. I can't remember that ever happening off the top of my head. SkyMeMo trying to kill whatever he can, clearing the Whoppers, but Br0mania at this point is not even upkeep capped. Has 46. Once this Whopper gets killed, probably. Is Br0mania gonna move out? A nuke gets, a marker gets made, or a silo gets made at mid. Does SkyMeMo realize that? Will SkyMeMo just pull out, push out, because he might be able to? 49 to 42, the upkeep is surprisingly even. Br0mania holding, and holding well enough. SkyMeMo does not expect Br0mania to have a silo anymore. Does not see it at his fort. Br0mania gonna drop the marker. Will SkyMeMo realize it? He's distracting SkyMeMo at this outpost. Will the nuke drop? Will the nuke drop on basically the entire army of SkyMeMo? And it is going to happen. The goalies will not all die, but they are at critical health at this point. SkyMeMo needs to heal them up. Br0mania needs to make a move, and needs to make a move now. SkyMeMo now is aware that Br0mania once again has a silo. Where is it? I don't know. But Br0mania getting finished off. SkyMeMo gonna be losing, gonna be able to kill that goalie, but did lose a goalie of his own. I think he lost 2 there. I'm not sure. Maybe that was a ratchet. But either way, Br0mania is going to respawn pretty quick. These goalies have not really all been healed up, so Br0mania still can get them killed. SkyMeMo trying to kill the nuke one more time. Okay, the silo does get killed one more time, but Br0mania can just rebuild. But it will take time. He does not have the income. And another marker will also be very costly. These goalies are getting healed up by those ratchets. Br0mania decides to move out now, but there are the heavy mines. Those Goliaths are going to be absolutely slaughtered if he moves out. Romania grabbing the box one more time. Oh my god, we're at 38 minutes and 39 minutes. And SkyMeMo just gonna start to shift up, pushing out with those goalies. Does Br0mania have Death Ray? No! Only level 4 blink. Level 4 abduct and level 4 creep spawn. So now drops a marker. The butchers are gonna be doing work. The marker, the nuke needs to go off, but the butchers are not gonna allow it to happen. The butcher's gonna be finishing off the marker. Br0mania gonna heal it up. Br0mania needs to kill the butchers. Lots of damage going down on his fourth, and he's at half health right now. He never moved out his goalies. He's not gonna be able to get this. Oh, will he be able to get this this marker fired off? This nuke fired off? I'm not sure. It is getting fired, but will it survive? No! No! The marker gets killed by the butchers, and that's gonna be it. Finally gets Death Ray. Finally gets Death Ray, but it's only at level 1. Romania's fourth is at 1% health, and SkyMeMo gonna get the finish here on Br0mania's fort. Oh my goodness. The first 40-minute game in a very, very long time was draggy in the middle, but definitely made up for it at the end. Br0mania getting nuke after nuke after nuke. SkyMeMo trying to reposition over and over and over. Once in a while, occasionally losing a big chunk of his army, but slowly and steadily creeped up towards each of Br0mania's outposts, losing mid in a quick goalie push, and that's all he lost. Was able to take the top right, and Br0mania with a couple of great nukes, but when it really mattered, when he really, really needed to make those nukes work, that last nuke that needed to go off and needed to kill the incoming Goliaths did not make it out. The second to last nuke even getting the hit on all those Goliaths, but Br0mania not able to convert them all to a kill, because a nuke does not kill a full health Goliath. And honestly, should it? Maybe. I mean, I'm inclined to say yes. It's definitely a balance factor thing, but just conceptually speaking, I would think that with proper balance for the actual missile cost, build time, upkeep, and all that stuff, I would prefer that it kills even a Devastator. It should kill any unit in the game, but obviously it would be broken now if you just increase the damage. So I would like to see changes in that aspect, yeah. But wow, that was quite the epic back and forth. It looked at certain points that Br0mania was going to be able to mount a comeback, but SkyMeMo's income advantage, great positioning to hold a lot of the ledges, or below the ledges, finally eventually converting into a full goalie army. And it's so hard to kill those things. Obviously, even with nukes, you still can't do it. Br0mania never got Death Ray, and honestly, even if he did, at the end there, it wouldn't have really mattered, but it's just funny to see that, he never got it. But freaking level 4 blink, level 4 abduct, level 4 creep spawn is just hilarious to see. I did not check SkyMeMo's abilities, but I don't think it really matters either. But straight into afterburners and missiles is generally what you do anyway, so the missiles are just so freaking powerful. But great game. Kudos to SkyMeMo for that win. Appreciate the recommendation by Apple. And yeah, guys, replays aren't working. I've said this a bunch of times. They're not working properly. Most of them break, so it kind of sucks. I just have to catch random stuff on the watch tab. Fortunately, this game stayed on the watch tab, and I was able to catch it. And yeah, nuke after nuke after nuke, but to no avail. SkyMeMo still taking this ranked 1v1 over Br0mania here on Salt. If you have any great games that you play, hopefully the replay does not break, you can send it in to me. Hopefully big things are coming. I'm going to try to get something going to encourage the players, but I'm hoping it's going to be more of a carbon thing to actually make that happen. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.